So another iBuying company has taken a huge loss in 2021, and you look at what are the reasons why. Growth too fast? Maybe. Let's get into this video. I'm going to talk about how Redfin purchased RentPath and is expanding really fast, but is that contributing to all these big losses? Let's get right into the video. Okay, so we know, Zillow had issues. They got out of the iBuying business. We also know that there's been other companies, Open Door, we have OfferPad. All of them have, not necessarily all taken a loss, but they really haven't done what they projected to do in 2021. Now, there was a positive for OfferPad, but it was a very small margin. And, a lot of these companies, they're flip companies. They're looking at trying to make a profit. Well, Redfin is trying to be a one-stop all shop, right? It's like, well, you can get at Redfin, you can get title information, or you can use a title company. They went into the rent, trying to help you out with renting. They're iBuying, which is technically, in my opinion, is like a flip company because they're really trying to get, a margin and then turn around and sell it. Now that might work. We talked about this before. It might work in an accelerating market, but in some of these markets, they're not accelerating. I mean, Las Vegas, is different. I mean, across the country, yes, they're seeing small margins still on gaining for some of these properties and some of these locations. But, Las Vegas here, we are a very desired place right now just because of the cost of living. And, as far as prices go, we're really accelerating very quickly. So it does play a big part in this market. But I do feel that we've kind of hit that plateau for the margins that these companies have. You look at why, for instance, Zillow. Zillow just completely went out last year and they had to get out of it altogether. They overbought homes. So we're looking at now Redfin. Redfin went into this situation, trying to challenge Zillow, trying to compete with Zillow and buying some of these properties. And what's ended up happening is they bought RentPath. They're trying to be a one-stop shop where you can pretty much get everything that you need there. And they took a huge loss. They took a big loss here in 2021. So Redfin posted a $110 million loss in 2021. Now overall they had revenue. I think they made up to $881 million in profit, but the losses that came from that, the $110 million, was from iBuying. And so they're running a real fine knife on buying very expensive homes, and then they're not able to, make that profit margin that they're looking at, in some cases taking a loss. Now, a lot of it is contributed to, how many properties on the market. You have to think that, they're in competition, and if their margin isn't there, just like all the other companies, is that sector going to keep suffering going into, 2022 now and moving into the later part of this year, second, third quarter. So it's really interesting because I think, Redfin is trying to, revamp their mortgage company. They're trying to do many things, many facets, but are they stretching themselves too thin? I think iBuying has always been a challenge for all these companies, and especially in this type of market, it's hard because it's really hard to get that margin and not go too, I wouldn't say greedy, but go for the wrong home. I think it comes down to what home are you purchasing and how much margin can you make off that home. And a lot of times they miscalculate. A lot of these companies are miscalculating how much margin they can get. And it's really showing, that's the third company now. Open Door, you have Zillow that completely went out of the business. And now you're looking at Redfin. And these are the predominant names out there that run iBuying companies. And all of them have taken losses primarily because they're picking the wrong home. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys at the next video.